Hello fellow mobile gaming warriors, it's MyTyme here. Welcome to another episode of MyNBA2k16. And to kick things off, I'm going to go straight in, show you my quick game when it eventually loads up. And here is my team. I'm now in Super Rare Plus Plus. I've got my 5,000 reward points for 500 games played. And as you can see here, I have 3 pros currently. And in this video, I am going to pro another card. I'm going to be proing out this PJ Tucker, and I'm going to show you guys, those of you who maybe haven't done one before, kind of how you actually do it. Before we do, I'm going to quickly go in and give you my opinions on season mode. Now, I did a season mode, and first of all, I'm going to explain to you what actually happens. I had to go through my back games to work this out. I was going to try and do like a little kind of graph which would show you what actually happened, but my season finished and then I couldn't go and access my current team and I couldn't remember what players were where. But basically, believe me when I say this, so you have your 3 teams, and what will happen is it seems to be randomly. There is no real pattern that I could find from looking at 5 different games to let you know like what team gets picked over what team. But what I did notice is for any, say, of the 2-player matches, you will get 1 player from the backcourt, 1 from the front court. Okay, there's never been a situation where both backcourt players of a team or 2 of the 3 front court players of a team have been paired up together. What can happen is in the game you could have, say, 1 from the backcourt, 1 from the front court, and have a single which was the backcourt or the front court in your team, but you won't have 2 backcourt players or 2 front court players making up that tag team, should we call it. Conversely, you won't have 2 players from different teams either. So your team 1 and your team 2, you can't have a backcourt from team 1 and a front court from team 2. So when you're setting up your teams, you might want to think about that. The pairing is going to be between front and backcourt, and the single can be anywhere. So I couldn't find anything which correlated to singles. I had sometimes a single guy on his own, another time he was in a partnership in a different game. So I don't know, but what you can do, as I said, is try and set a team up that your backcourt and your front court, you know that a PG or SGs are always going to be paired up with one of the others. So it might influence where you put people and obviously how you do your teams. But we go down to season rewards, and this is what I did. So I played for 82 games, I believe it is, which equates to nearly 3.5 days to end up in the, where did I get to? I got through the first round. I went out in the quarterfinals in the end. Okay, so I've had 8.5 days. 8.5 days. What the hell am I about? 3.5 days. Plus, then you've got 7 potential games in the first round, which would be another 7 hours. 7 potential games in the quarterfinal, and then you've also got semi-final and the final. So if you're going to complete it to the end, you're pretty much looking at 4.5 days to get to the end of your season mode. And you get, if you win it, an ultra rare card and 1125 reward points. And if you come second, you get 1 super rare card and 250 reward points. Now, excuse my French here, but to me this is complete bullshit. Now, I spent the time and the effort to redo my energies when I was miles behind. I was nowhere near it. I'd done it to get through. I lost in the end. We went a game apiece and it went 3-2 up, and I lost 4-2, which put me out of it. And I was looking through these rewards, and you know what? It's just not worth it. It's just a complete waste of time, to be honest with you. You will get more, should we say, cards which are going to be useful for you from just playing a quick game. And spend all that time to get 250 credits in a super rare card coming second. Okay, if you come first, maybe so it's an ultra rare card. I could see season mode being useful when you're high up in the ranks and you're going to try and get epic legendary cards, and maybe they're not so easy to pull, and you know your team's stuck, you don't have enough reward points to get new cards, you don't want to spend money. Fair enough, the seasons could be a way to grind out cards, but in these lower levels it's a waste of time. Go to auction, put up 10 super rare cards, or not even 10 super rare cards, what we're talking about, put up 10 rare cards, put them all up for 101 buy now. I'm chatting shit, sorry. 1,001 buy now, and you'll sell probably two every 12 hours. 2 or 3 roughly out of those 10. The rest will come back. You've already made more reward points doing that than you would do for playing this. And obviously you can then go out and buy a super rare with that money that you actually need. So season mode, not too impressed with, to be honest with you, at the moment. Let's go make that pro. So who have we got? We have got here PJ Tucker. Now first thing you have to do is make sure he is 15 out of 15. So I shall finish off improving him here. Go to train, and I will use some uncommons that I have. And yeah, we will just we will just go down and select these people. It's probably gonna be just about there. It might be like one player or so short. Not too sure why it's lagging so much at the moment. And you make sure he's up to 15. So I haven't used any of these level ups yet. I'm going to save them until I end up with better cards that take longer to level up. So here we go. Finished. Now next thing you have to do is make sure you have enough cards to supplement your pro contract. So either duplicates of PJ Tucker or the wild cards. Now I'm going to go to sign a pro. I went into the auction and I bought myself the cards to do this. Okay, so I have 2 PJ Tuckers, and rather than use a rookie contract here, I'm going to save my 2 wild cards. I'm going to use a veteran contract, so I've got a few of those. Okay, so notice how these 2 doesn't really matter. They don't have to be level. It makes no difference. They're going to be consumed. Doesn't matter whether they've got 1 enhancement spot or 2 enhancement spots. What matters is I made sure my main card had 2 enhancement spots, because when he gets leveled up to a pro, he is then going to have a 3rd enhancement spot. If he only had the 1 spot, he'd have 2. So even if I don't use them, or I'm not using them at the moment, it's still better to have just in case. Now, as you can also notice, PJ Tucker is a duplicate, a double positioned card. So his background isn't fully blue. It's got the line through it. It's half grey, half blue. All cards like that will let you know, without looking in the bottom left, that they can play in multiple positions. Now he's not going to be potentially as strong as some cards that just focus on the one position. They tend to have a couple better stats, but obviously he's going to give me 2 places to play if I should, pull a card which I prefer more. So he is 15 out of 15. My other 2 I haven't used. I used the auction house to get them both, and I make sure I select the correct contract that I want. So veteran, put in my 2 people, and then I just click sign contract, and gives you a confirmation. Once you do that, in we go. Out comes PJ Tucker, and use that. See, he's got 3 enhancements. The pro for the gold tells you you've been pro'd up, the gold crown, and now I go into starting to level him up. So if I go back to my quick game, he should straight be in there, and that will give me 4 pros currently and an underleveled super rare, which I'm going to leave for the moment and try and get myself into ultra rare. So with all that said, goals, this is where I got a load of my points from. This 5,000 pack here. I didn't have any goals for about 12 hours because it said I'd reach my limit and have to come back later, but I'm going to see if I can complete that, get another 5,000 credits. I've got about 13 now. You go into auction house, guys, this is what I recommend for you. 12,000, use that to go and get 1 or 2 of your players and make some pros and help yourself through the game. Now what I was going to do, I couldn't decide whether I was just going to go and make another pro and get myself into ultra rare soon. I wasn't going to get myself an ultra rare card yet because I think they're going to cost too much, and they're not going to be any better than a pro super rare. In case you weren't aware, a card of a tier, say a super rare tier for example, pro'd up will be more powerful than a fully leveled card of the tier above. So a super rare pro will be more powerful than a normal ultra rare card, and it'll be quite a lot more powerful. But then obviously once you pro the ultra rare card, it's going to eclipse the super rare. So especially to start with, you might want to keep get your rares and super rares done to help you move up, because they're cheaper and easier. And then once you start to pick some of the other cards, say ultra rare cards, maybe then use the auction house to pro them up. Now I think I might have a daily picker. You do this, you get some enhancements. Not that they're really ever going to make much difference, but it's worth it. And what I thought I would do is I'll get this 10,000 coin pack. Now, down here, big player pack. It could be a complete waste. I don't know. I was thinking about saving up, but I'm sure I'll get enough reward points over the course of time by selling my cards in the auction house. So, big player pack. See what we get. Hoping this doesn't mess me up, because I was kind of thinking of just making my whole team pros and getting into ultra rare, but touch wood, we will get an ultra rare or an epic card here. So let's see what shit this gives me. Okay, would you like to? Why not? And first of all, I don't know what order this goes in. We have crap. Okay. Second of all, we get okay, I'm not going to use. Third of all, we get, I need some super rares, which will be duplicates, or ideally an ultra rare and epic card. 3 cards gone. More Devin Bookers, oh my gosh. Okay, this isn't good. Now we've got to hit the super rare minimum. Is it now? Or is it the next one? Terray Burke. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this pack has been bullshit, isn't it? And an epic card can save it. Great, 1 ultra rare. Oh my god. Okay, not too bad. Now what else is it going to give me? What supports and stuff? Oh, great. Perfect. Just what I need. Gives me the ultra rare. Gets my hopes up that I might get 2 of them. And we end up with a super rare. Okay, specialization upgrades. If you don't know what those are, see a previous video. Same. Let's go quickly. Skip through all these. Rookie contract. Okay, so it is my first ultra rare. I do have another Tony Rotten as well, so I just have to get one more of him to pro him, so it could be worse. To be fair, I'm glad at least got an ultra rare. Would he go into my team? Yeah, could do. Could replace my, what's his name, Langston, that's it, Langston Galloway. And I could pro my hello, move, thank you. I could pro my Tony, and pretty sure I do have 2 of him. Let me double check. He's obviously lower down. Oh no, I don't have 2 of him. Okay, I lie. Yeah, so I probably won't do too much there for the moment. I'll probably leave it, but yeah, not too bad, I guess. Looking back at it, got an ultra rare, cost me 10,000 coins. Probably be better off just to go into the auction and buy a card I wanted, but an ultra and a super rare. So you guys seen the pack opening. It's up to you what you do with your reward points. I'm going to say keep them for your auction house. Just going to play 1 or 2 games, show you that you should be able to win most of them if you stick to the winning the double game pretty easily. First game, I'm going to go with my best card because it's generally good enough to beat most cards in these tiers, unless people have it been training up their ultra rare cards or they have an epic card. 2 players, I said, very important. I will take out my probably 2 best cards left. It's a bit laggy, I don't really know why, sorry. So I'm going to stick it to this 1 game, but this guarantees me to win. Gives me 3 points out of 3, which means I can lose both of these 2 games, so I don't really care what happens. Stick in any 2 people, and off we go. So let me know, please, what you think about MyNBA2k16. If you think it's got better than 2k15. I mean, I think lots of stuff has got better. I like the idea of the contracts now. I think that's good rather than just get duplicate and pro in it. I like the idea of the auction house. They don't charge you for using it, and you can obviously just auction everything. It's good for the reward points. I like the fact they can give you packs with the reward points, and they can give you, even if they're not great, it's still something you can use them for. And I also like these daily goal things, but I do think that season mode needs to change. It's a complete joke. But anyway, it's been my time. Thank you. Probably next episode, what I will do is see if I get my team to ultra rare level, and then maybe do a video playing some games, see what my first pick is, and yeah, just giving some gameplay before we get our first event out. Okay, thank you for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Take care.